by night. If you born picking a girl, you want her to go to school. What a girl she gonna be, for a woman to go to school. And she close to come for home. On her way she meet her friend. Now her friend go be a boy, and he take her hand for go. And he take her hand to pop, and he called for wine and beer, and the beer them both not take.
In the center of the capital of Ghana sits the Bukom boxing arena. The arena that has been the birthplace for many of Ghana's great talents. Many have passed through this arena with nothing but a dream to become the finest professional boxer that Ghana has produced. The Bukom boxing arena is the first boxing arena to be built in Ghana. The multi-purpose facility was commissioned by former President John Dramani Mahama in November 2016 and has a sitting capacity of 4,000. The construction of which an arena in Bukom was necessary due to the numerous world boxing champions the community has produced. As such, it is adorned with the name of Ghanaian world boxing champions and otherwise famous Ghanaian boxers such as Azuma Nelson, Aikote, Joshua Clottey, DK Poison, and others. Bukom, which is nicknamed the birthplace of Ghanaian boxing, has produced more than its fair share of world champion boxers. This small, poor fishing community in Accra has produced no fewer than 5 world champions. The story of their rise from obscurity to shocking the boxing world on multiple occasions are a source of immense motivation for athletes all over the world, especially young children from Bukom. Can you imagine the thrill of almost 4,000 people cheering you on? As you display the skills you have diligently worked at to acquire over time, the sheer euphoria of knowing that you have worked for with blood, sweat, and probably many tears are almost coming into fruition. This is the dream of many kids boxers in Bukom who train relentlessly all the way from their childhood into adulthood to become boxing sensations. Having been born into the Bukom community, they take on a mantle from their predecessors in hope of becoming like them or even surpassing them. They train tediously in hope of becoming seasoned fighters that will be born in the arena someday. It is a dream that one day they too, like their predecessors, can be unveiled to the world as champions of the arena. If all of these great men once walked the narrow streets of Bukom and fought their way to the upper enclaves of boxing history, this is the case of young Ishmael, who aspired to become one of Ghana's finest boxers someday. A 6-year-old boy who, like many others in Bukom, dreams of being crowned a champion in the arena someday. The community he finds himself in, with its rich history, has influenced him, thereby shaping his life goals. But at what cost is it to reach that goal? Ishmael has a strict routine that propels him to train vigorously for hours non-stop. As early as 5 a.m., he shortens his sleep and leaves his family to pursue his dream. His daily routine involves an early morning jog through some parts of Bukom, then head to the Sonia gym for a bout session with his coach. The Sonia Boxing Gym, located at Asheville, near Jamestown, was established in 2007 and later developed into Sonia Academy Gym. The gym has lots of professional and amateur boxers. They have been able to win 5 national titles to their credit. Though the gym doesn't have the best boxing equipment to aid boxers in their training, the gym has been able to produce WBO champions like Richard Harrison, Ebenezer Tete, and Joseph Lai, known as Madingo, who rose to the WBO Intercontinental and further went to Glyco in UK to fight, and won after he climbed to the world title. Unfortunately, he was beaten by Ricky Benz due to an injury that made the fight to be cancelled. They all climbed from national title to the Commonwealth title. Sonia Academy Gym has climbed to the African and Intercontinental world level, and they are currently on top of the boxing league in Bukom. This makes Sonia Academy Gym the best boxing gym in Ghana. And they hope Ishmael will rise to lift the name of Sonia Gym just like the others. Speaking to Ishmael, who was described by his coach as the number 1, the 6-year-old fighter reveals he loves boxing a lot because it feels like he's going for war. Ishmael, the champion, as recognized by his neighborhood, disclosed that his role model is James Ashley.
Mentor.
No, yo mentor. I got
Day by day, night.
In a conversation with the coach, Coach Swiss, he reveals that there's so much strong passion in Ishmael. As a result, he always wants him to be in the gym. He added that Ishmael comes early before any other child comes to the gym. As a result, he believes there is something hidden in him.
The little that I say about Ishmael is that he has got a strong passion. He always wants to be in the gym. He comes early before any other child comes to the gym. And looking at his age and the passion, I say there is something hidden. If you all join hands together and raise the Ishmael, you can be a future watcher. That is what I see. The training routines, yes, we call it training schedules. When it comes like this, you have to do a little warming up. You'll be running. After that, a little exercise. Then we take him to what? The boxing skills, like the punching bag and any other things. So that is how the child, all those children from 6 years, we work them from that level. A little back work, a little gloves work, a little exhibition of boxing acts. That is the schedule for them for now.
What do you do to help him?
Yes. If you have done exercise like that before, you help him with footworks. You see a whole lot of kids footworks. You have to make sure when he asks for something, you have to provide him because he's a kid. We also want to promote the boxing in the fraternity. So we help him with water, food, and any other things to boost their morale. So we get a whole lot of them here. Especially he being the number one here, normally get everything that he needs from us.
What are the challenges you face managing him?
Yes. Boxing kids, like when I say boxing kids, gloves wear, gloves, the bandage, and all those things, head guard, and those petty things, they are all needed. So that's the challenges every boxer has to get. So sometimes if we are not able to afford our, then it happens to be a little problem. So we need assistance from all over the world. That's
All for you, all for you, all
The coach also disclosed to the team how he discovered the talent in Ishmael. According to him, boxing is like a tradition in the area. So a whole lot of kids do come around to observe what happens at the gym. In one occasion, he sighted Ishmael fighting some of his playmates. There, he spoke to him and encouraged him to come to training.
this is our area. The boxing is like part of our tradition for this area. So I discovered it through anytime boxing time reaches. You see, a whole lot of kids here, they are on counter. So I get to know him. Why I saw him fighting with some of the boys, and I found out that no, this boy, he can be something else. So through that, I discovered him, and I put pressure on him to come to training.
What makes him?
Because fighting, show that he's a fighter. All I'm going to it's an hour language.
When the team expressed worry about the boys' education, we were told by the coach he goes to school as well. He stated that training only takes place after school. So Ishmael will only be training after school is over. When the coach was asked what they do as coaches to motivate the young guys, he said they do get them footwear, water, and any other things to boost their morale, especially for Ishmael, who is seen as the number one. He gets everything he needs just to keep him going. However, the coach lamented over his inability to provide some items such as boxing kits, gloves, bandages, and head guards, among others. He says, for every boxer, things become challenging if you are not able to afford those things. Hence, he will really appreciate any assistance from all over the world that can push the boy to become the world champion he dreams of. Speaking to Ishmael's mother, Meli Awudu, she reveals how much committed she is to her son. She said her son started accompanying a couple of upcoming bosses to the gym for training sections. Anytime he comes back from school, one fateful day, she found him at the gym training. Ishmael then told her that that's his talent. Fortunately, the coach happens to be related to Ishmael's mother. That made it easy for them to have discussions and agree to let him pursue his talent. Mami Meli, as a wish of every mother, wants to see her son at the top. She wants Ishmael to become a legend. According to her, she prays to the Almighty God every day to make it possible for her son to be a hero like Azuma Nelson, Ikote, and some other legends who made great name in boxing. Her wish is to one day get a sponsor who will provide her son with all necessary boxing kits to aid his training. She believes when her son gets the opportunity, he will do well to get to the world stage, just like others.
Well, as many age, we discover in what way you support your
this. For Ishmael's senior brother, Godfred Adote Brown. Though Ishmael sometimes tries to fight them, his senior brothers, in a hasty manner by throwing his hands, he realized that boxing might be a great venture for his kid brother. So, he can only advise him to go to the gym and fight. He however disclosed that he believes his brother can be great if he works hard.
Go on.
Need your relationship here, Ishmael.
Original brother, he get the dog universe. So get the natural school academy. He appears sparring to you. Get the one by a fee. Show in action. Boxing, I get to what I could get here.
Well, you're
For a young kid like Ishmael, he would do whatever it takes to get him on the list of the greatest in boxing, and nothing can deter him from that. Just like Azuma Nelson, who is probably the greatest African boxer of all times, he wishes to thrill the world with his strong jabs and quick feet in the ring. With such love for boxing, he fuels his passion with these endless training sections so he can be part of the next greatest generations of icons. In spite of the challenges he faces in and out of the ring, he, just like many of the next great generation of boxers, have no off days in chasing their dreams. As they spar every day in Bukom, Ishmael waits for his chance to be the king of the ring. He hopes to accomplish this by knocking out his competitors in the ring and knocking them off from making the list. He knows that if he must become a champion, then he must do so by narrowing down the list of fellow contenders, even from now. Regardless of where he comes from, which many deem as a squalor and a slum, he perseveres at chasing his dreams every day. Bukom, instead of breaking him, is helping him make the boxing champion as he desires to be. Having devoted his life to boxing, he knows that it takes more than a desire to make this happen. He knows that the birthing of that talent into a reality takes hard work, perseverance, and commitment. Thus, no matter how uncomfortable it is, daily, he trains to become who he believes to be destined to be. He goes through many of life's challenges. He faces each day, hoping to beat it all someday. He enters the ring every day, hoping that someday he will be announced the king of the ring. In order for him to be unveiled the champion someday, every day he fights to be born.
I dey wait you, Papa. I dey wait you, Mommy. I dey wait you, Papa. Oh, all for you, all for you, E.T. all for you, all for you, E.T. all for you.